All right, good morning, everybody. This is super exciting because it's our biggest product release yet. As many of you know, VendorPM builds procurement software specifically for property management. Our mission is to modernize the way that vendors and property managers work together. Now, the way in which we realize that mission up until today is through two core features. The first is our bid management software, the ability to run all of your RFPs, RFQs for all building services in the most efficient way possible. And two is our marketplace, being able to tap into a marketplace of over 50,000 vendors to ensure you're getting 3 bids across all your building services, going beyond just your preferred vendors list, which you can, of course, tender to as well. Now, what we're releasing today is highly requested based on our existing users, our existing clients, and every prospect that we speak to. It's our vendor management and compliance product that integrates directly into the procurement workflow. The reason this matters is because A, it reduces risk significantly, but more importantly, integrating vendor management and compliance directly into procurement and bid management, we can find huge efficiencies, not just at the site level, but also at a corporate level. And so I'll walk through a few of those efficiencies and just give a quick sneak peek into what we're deploying today. So first and foremost, property management companies have the ability to set the custom criteria of what it means to be approved with them. Remember, it could look very different to be approved with property management company A as it does to be approved with property management company B. So we don't have a one-size-fits-all approach. You can customize this to your specific needs. Now, the criteria you are seeing here, this is of course unique to Canada as we have workers' comp, which is also unique by province, and VendorPM handles all of that. And so we set the custom criteria. VendorPM goes through the approval process, the vendor management and approval process, get all of those vendors to an approved state, and not just ensuring the vendors are approved, but making sure they stay approved. So we manage those criteria in perpetuity, and you have this bird's eye view, which is real time, showing you the approval status of all your vendors, flagging those that don't meet your requirements. And of course, there are going to be a few vendors here and there that can't meet all of your requirements. And so we want to be able to be flexible and work with those use cases. So vendors have the ability to request exemptions to one or all of your requirements, but it's on you to be able to accept or reject those. Again, having a standard SOP, but flexibility to ensure we can meet the needs of all vendors. Another benefit, another synergy of integrating compliance and procurement is being able to flag potential RFPs and RFQs at risk. If we award an RFP or an RFQ to a vendor that is not approved, two things happen. One is the vendor is automatically enrolled in your onboarding and approval process. So we remove any human or manual requirements there, number one. But number two is if that vendor does not become approved, we will flag those vendors and those jobs to you saying that they are at risk. Again, just another benefit of having vendor management, vendor compliance, and procurement all in one space. Now, for users at site level, property managers, building operators, our only goal is just give you more time back in your day. And so all of this is focused on efficiency. I've just jumped to the middle of an RFP building process. We're actually inviting the vendors just to show you another example of where vendor management and compliance can drive real benefit by it being integrated into the procurement process. And so we see here, we're tendering out window cleaning in Toronto. We have 3 approved vendors for your PMC, 56 new vendors that you could explore in the marketplace. Your vendors will always have this My Vendor tag here, and we're going to be able to integrate their vendor approval status directly into vendor selection. So this vendor has met all of your criteria. This vendor is currently under review. We will not take more than 24 hours to complete that review process. And just to give you an idea of the vendor's profile, page 1 is just your general overview. Page 2 is where you can dive into all the specifics if you need to get into those compliance details by vendor. So here are all of our requirements, the status. We can even customize the coverage amount on the COI and then access all of those specific documents right in platform, and then we'll invite the vendor. Now, I also mentioned that if we invite vendors that are not approved, what will happen is those vendors will be presented with your approval criteria, again, custom to you. They're going to agree to meet that criteria should they be awarded the work. And if they're awarded the work, they're automatically going to get enrolled into your vendor onboarding and approval process. At the end of the day, it's just really important that customers, our partners, our prospects have a real voice in what we build. And this by far was just the single most requested feature. People don't want to have 3 platforms to complete one workflow. They want to consolidate as much as they possibly can. And we just haven't seen anything else like this in the market. And so we're super excited to launch our vendor management and compliance product to save you time, to reduce risk, and ultimately integrate and improve your entire procurement workflow. We hope you all enjoy.